On this episode of the podcast, we recap our Christmas shopping trip, leading us to question the sanity of grandmas. We also talk about driving tests, gluten allergies, and a nightmare PTO situation. Final thoughts on men not listening in dumb YouTube channels. Here we go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Domesticated, where marriage meets comedy. I'm your host, Corey, here with my lovely co-host, Jon Snow, with her cape on.
I don't even know how to talk like Jon Snow. I've never even seen this show, so.
Okay, well.
How does he talk?
I can't. I'm not even going to try and attempt to.
I just have this nice big blanket on because it's freezing in here.
Yeah, she looks like she has a big fur on, though. It's pretty awesome. We're big fuzzy blanket people.
Oh, yeah. Once in a while, we'll get a hankering for a nice, new, soft, fuzzy blanket, and we'll go down to Marshall's, spend a big $20 on a blanket. That's a big purchase.
It's usually me. I'm going to get... And then nobody's allowed to touch my blanket.
For a little while.
Kids, grubby fingers. Mm-hmm. And then they eventually
because if they get it dirty and we have to wash it, it's not as soft.
Yep. As soon as you wash it, it loses all of its comfortability. Mm-hmm. Comfort.
Anyway.
Whatever.
It's not as nice.
Yeah, so we, it is holiday season. We're getting really pumped up for Thanksgiving coming up.
Yeah, it's like my least favorite holiday, so here we go.
Yeah. It's going to be all right. We're going to have Friendsgiving. We're going to get drunk.
Yeah. We should do Drunksgiving Wednesday night. I've never done that.
Okay, you're gonna feel terrible when you have to run.
Oh, you have to do the 5K the next morning. I forgot.
Yeah, we got to do a 5K.
Shit.
We haven't ran at all. We're in big time trouble.
Oh, it's gonna be the worst 5K of our lives.
Yeah, I'm just putting it off. I'm gonna hope for the best.
Corey literally, when he says he hasn't ran at all, he hasn't ran one time. I've at least been trying to cram some running in the last couple days, which I think it might backfire on me because I'm just making myself super sore because I've really out of shape. So Corey's gonna be nice, fresh, no sore legs or anything, and I'm gonna have I don't know what's gonna happen.
I don't know what's gonna happen. Well, on the plus side, I've been doing a little bit of training because I haven't gotten drunk and smoked any cigarettes.
That's true. Your lungs are pretty good.
So I'm in full capacity of oxygen levels.
Yeah, you got some nice lungs.
All-time high.
That's a plus.
So yeah, I mean, if you want to do that. Maybe if you ran it hungover, you'd be just so sick you wouldn't know you were tired.
You know what? I've actually ran hungover a couple times, and it's not bad.
This is actually a fun fact. I ran a cross-country race. Mom, don't listen to this. But hungover, and it was the fastest I ever ran in my entire career.
Wow.
I swear to God. And I felt terrible. I almost didn't run the race because I was so sick.
I remember one time when we lived at our old house, we got really drunk, and the next day I had to go get my car at our friend's house, and I ran to their house, to Alex's house.
Yeah.
And it was a great run, and I was super hungover. I'm oh, I gotta go get my car. I'll just run there. And it was a great couple mile run. I loved it. On those websites where they talk about how to prepare for a run, we should really write our own rendition. Get really drunk for the night before.
Yeah.
You wake up the next day, you just take some Tylenol, start running. You forget all your problems. You don't remember how stupid you were the night before because you got the adrenaline pumping.
Is this for a 5K?
This is, yeah.
Couch to 5K 2.0.
Yeah.
You know those? Yeah. Well,
First you sit on the couch.
Right.
Then you crack the wine bottle.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Well, you got to prepare.
You
When it's couch to 5K, you start off by,
slow.
You run half a mile or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So day one, you drink 2 beers.
Right.
And then as you go on, you drink a whole bottle of liquor the night before the race.
That would be great.
Yeah. Step one.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Speaking of alcohol, I have recently decided that I wanted to become a wine person because I'm not all these basic bitches out here are always oh my God, wine. They have these shirts that say wine and coffee and wine and books and Jesus is all I need.
Harry Potter.
Wine is life for these girls. I've never been a big wine person. It's just it doesn't taste that good to me. I don't know. I like beer. I like liquor. I like wine coolers. Just never been a wine person. But recently, I've been drinking some wine, and I'm kind of realizing why people like it, because you get that buzz real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided I'm going to become a wino.
That's not a good goal.
It's something I've really wanted to try, so.
Being an alcoholic?
No. Have a glass of wine a night, girl.
I think if you're called a wino, that means
I'm gonna get
you're like an alcoholic.
the wine advent calendar.
Okay.
That'll be a good way to train into being a wine person.
Yeah.
12 days of wine.
I think if you're a wino, though, you're like a alcoholic.
Oh.
Like you drink too much wine.
Oh, I didn't know that's what that meant.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I might be. I think it's slang.
Did you hear about the wine advent calendar at Aldi's, though? At Aldi?
No.
So, fun fact for everybody. Aldi is a German store. It's from
German.
Yeah, it's from Germany. So, when you go to Aldi and you put your quarter in the cart, that whole process, if you go to Germany, that's how all the grocery stores are. So, it's like people in Germany, they have a quarter attached to their keychain.
Okay.
So then
where did you get this knowledge?
I've been actually researching a lot of Aldi knowledge stuff. Okay, so just hear me out. So they put the quarter in it's like attached to a keychain, so they just put their whole keys in there. So like you don't have to like look for a quarter every time. And you don't have the awkward thing where you're like putting your cart back and you're like, well, that guy kind of needs a cart, but I really want my quarter back, so I'm not going to be, you know what I mean, that awkward thing.
Yeah.
You don't have that. So yeah, they do that, and then Germany is really big on advent calendars. Like, they have them for everything in the holiday season.
Okay.
So, Aldi came out. They've had this for years, but they just got it in the U.S. this year. It's a wine advent calendar. And every day, it's 12 days of wine, so you get, like, one small bottle. It's like a glass of wine a day.
Yeah.
And at our store, they had them in stock for 15 minutes or something.
Jeez.
Like, people were waiting at the door.
Lots of winos.
Yeah, shut up. They've never had it in the United States. So, it's pretty cool.
Did you get one?
No, but my friend at work did. She waited, like, to get in.
Seems extreme, especially for you being a beginner wine
Yeah,
drinker.
and it seemed kind of expensive. It was like $70 or $79. I thought that was a lot for 12 tiny bottles.
And for Aldi.
I don't know.
Value store.
So, no, supposedly they have really good wine because it's all German made. Same with their chocolate.
Interesting. I mean, they probably have good. Maybe
they probably have good beer too. Yeah.
Who knows? I have one thing that I want the people to know.
Okay.
We have this thing in our kitchen. It's this little decoration.
Yes.
What's it say on it? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Something about unwinding or
uncorking
or
and
something.
porking.
Either way, it's like a little box and you put wine corks in it. So we bought this like 3 years ago. Or it's like, this would be really cute. I can fill it up with little wine corks. Mm-hmm. Okay. It has 3 in it.
3 wine corks. I've had it for 3 years. I drink 1 bottle of wine a year.
So she's going to be a wine person, but she's drank 3 bottles in her life.
Yeah.
Basically.
I know. A friend of mine said she's like, I got a couple for you, and I got to tell her, like, this is only for my own personal achievements.
Yeah, you need to know whenever you're ready.
You can't bring your other corks in here.
I feel like you're going to, like, either give up, probably, because it's too hard to become a wine drinker. I feel like you have to be dedicated to be able to smell the fresh
right.
nutmeg or whatever the hell.
Nutmeg?
I don't know. What do they... it's like...
grapes,
you ever
maybe?
No, when people, like, smell wines and they describe them, they're like, it's a really harvesty smell.
No, I've never heard that.
Yeah. Oh, you got to check out some serious wine
I'll have
people.
to check that out.
It's really fancy. They talk about all this crazy stuff that makes no sense. I don't understand it. I can't drink wine. Just can't do it.
I've recently started liking it. I don't know. It's my new thing. But yeah, so we're getting really into the holiday season with the wine.
With the wine and the...
we've been we did some Christmas shopping the other day. We made it like our little date night.
Yeah.
Went to dinner.
It was nice.
Because the kids are getting It used to be when they were like little, we would just take them with us. Like they didn't know what was going on, so they would not notice the presents in the cart.
Yeah.
But now they're old enough, like we gotta get a babysitter and go shopping.
But it was fun. Like it was like a little trip. Laura was doing all the shopping on Amazon.
Corey felt a little left out.
Yeah. So
let's be honest.
We went on a full old school trip to the actual stores, which sucked.
Yeah, it sucks. And then you're like, man, I could be getting this a lot cheaper online. But it's the experience.
Yeah.
So, we did that. We had my grandmother babysit for us.
Yeah.
And, she's old. She's a grandma. She's in her 70s.
She's very sweet.
She
gives me great kisses.
She loves kissing Corey. It's her favorite pastime. She gets real passionate about it. But, she's old and she doesn't have a cell phone. She's real against cell phones and the internet. She doesn't have any of that stuff. She's got basic cable, just enough to watch the Waltons.
Yeah, the Waltons.
And
she has that on DVD.
Right. She's got every season. But so we got kind of worried because, we don't have a home phone. So if we're gone for 3 hours, like what's going to happen if there's an emergency? My kids are 6 and 2. Like they can't call.
Yeah.
So we started like freaking out about that. I wrote down my phone number and put it on the kitchen cupboard. And I was like, Grandma, if there's an emergency, you go to the neighbors, not these neighbors, the other neighbors, specific neighbors you need to go to because some can't be trusted.
Yeah.
And you could give him the number.
You made it just sound like we live in the sketchiest place ever. Some of our neighbors cannot be trusted.
Well, I just don't know some of them. Just go to the ones that I know.
Okay.
Anyway. So, if you're our neighbor and you're listening to this, I trust you.
Okay.
Okay. So, I told her to go over there, but then I'm like, well, what if she falls? And then the kids have to, so I'm telling Royce, if that happens, you get the phone number and you run to the neighbors. And he's like, then he's panicking.
Yeah.
I, freaked him out, and we honestly thought about setting up our house phone.
Yeah, because we pay for it for no reason.
Because we got a bundle or something.
So stupid.
I almost set it up just for her.
Yeah, but we didn't have a phone.
Right. We didn't
have we just had the little receiver thing or whatever.
Right. So, I mean, she did okay.
She did good. But
we found ourselves kind of panicking a little bit.
I was like, should I leave my phone? Then I thought Royce would probably buy a bunch of stuff or something.
Plus, she wouldn't know how to use it.
Yeah, true. So what we did, though, is we set up the camera. We have a camera.
Security
a wireless
camera.
Security camera. So we set it down in the basement. And we just told Royce, if anything happened, just go down and yell at the camera.
Yeah, and we'll see it.
Yeah.
So. They were good.
Yeah, it was good. It was a bit extreme. We were just being worried parents, basically.
Right.
Your grandma did a great job.
She's fine.
But we were talking to her and stuff, and I was just kind of apprehensive, I guess, already. And I get in the car, and I'm being all weird. And Laura's like, "You think my grandma's gonna?"
No, this is what happened.
What?
That's not what happened.
Okay, tell them.
So we're walking out the door, and I just bye kids, bye grandma, have a great time. Corey goes over to the kids and hugs and kisses them for 10 minutes, and makes this big drawn out scene. And I walk out the door. I'm like, you think she's gonna kill them, don't you? And he just looked at me like he was busted.
Yeah. Well,
maybe.
I don't think she's a murderer. Let's just get that out there.
He said his exact words were, "You never know. She could put them in the oven."
Well, I just had a thought.
That was what he said.
You see some things on the internet, and you read some things, you hear some stories. Grandmas go crazy. Remember that grandma movie we watched where the grandparents were crazy and they're trying to kill the kids?
Yeah, that was what was it called? The Stay or something?
Yeah.
That was creepy.
It was a weird movie. That was a really weird movie because the guy had dirty diapers.
Yeah, you made the kids eat the poop. Ew.
Okay, we're off subject here. But that movie kind of creeped me out. I read a story one time online that this guy was saying his grandma had been poisoning him for years, him and the family, and they pretty much found out. And it's like a common thing that sometimes people poison people in their family. Like the grandma, I guess, who knows what she was putting in there, but he said he noticed every time he'd go to her house to eat, she'd be like, have this food, this food, this food, and every time everybody would get really tired and fall asleep in the living room, and they just always figured it was because they were getting really full. But then he said he stopped eating the food, and everybody would fall asleep, and he'd just be sitting there, and it started tasting really bad, and you would actually find like different things in there. It wouldn't be blended together. So everybody just didn't eat the grandma's food, and they just let her keep poisoning people. They never like confronted her because she was like 90 years old, and
that's crazy.
But she was like the nicest old lady. He said she was the sweetest grandma ever.
She just wanted people to hang out at her house. I could see my grandma doing that. That's all.
Yes.
That's all she wants in life is for people to come over to her house and have dinner.
That's what I'm saying.
And like she would love if we all fell asleep.
So this is like deep rooted in my brain weird. Already. Yeah, just fall asleep, or like they would just
all just
like,
lounging.
Take care of you.
Yeah.
Really nice. Or he said when he was a kid, he remembered getting sick every single time he stayed there. Like physically ill. Like it was the creepiest thing ever.
That's really creepy. It's making me feel weird.
I don't know. Like you never know. You can't trust these grandmas out here.
Yeah.
These grandmas be
sketchy
lying.
Grannies.
They be sketchy. With their freaking King James version and their hymnals and their...
Yeah, they get wound up. My grandma, she's a church-going lady.
Yeah.
She's a good girl.
She's a great, okay? She's not a murderer.
Yeah, nobody call the cops on my grandma. She's fine. She's not going to bake any kids. She's not going to poison us.
Bake any kids.
But, I mean...
I'm just like, Laura, I could just, this sounds crazy, but I could see her putting them in the oven.
Call me crazy.
Call me crazy.
She couldn't lift them up. That's the only thing.
That's true. Well, I said that's why I felt okay, because I felt like Royce could probably get away.
Yeah, he could probably beat her up.
Drake couldn't, but I think Royce would help enough. If he had to fight your grandma, I think he could win.
That's good.
Your grandma's a nice lady.
Okay, we get it.
Yeah.
We get it. She's fine. But you know what? She kind of concerns me, like, when she's driving, because she's getting to the age where, like, she probably shouldn't be driving.
Yeah.
And, like, we've talked about this before, but I feel like you should have to retake your driver's test at some point. Just because...
I feel like every, probably 5 or 10 years.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 years.
I mean, I just feel like when you get to, like, a certain age, it should be
but
retested.
Yeah. It's just people are different. Maybe, like, every 5 years after you turn 50 or something. Some people are...
That's pretty young.
Yeah, but some people lose their vision and stuff, and they don't want to admit it. I'm just saying.
I remember being with my grandma in the car when I was like 12, so she was a lot younger then. But she just got going on the wrong way on the highway.
What?
Yeah, and she just like turned around and did a U-turn. She realized it as soon as we got on the off ramp.
Holy crap!
And did a U-turn real quick and like, oops, and then we went back the right way. And it was like right by her house where she gets on every day.
Oh my gosh!
So yeah. And that was when she was like 10 years younger.
Holy shit.
Or 15.
So wait, and she was probably in some old grandma car.
Yeah, probably.
You would have been safe. Those things were sturdy.
No.
Not like this modern plastic.
But I'm just saying, like, they need retested.
Yeah.
Some people, though, can't even pass their driver's test the first time.
Let's not bring that up.
Corey was telling me this the other day, that he didn't pass his driver's test on the first try. I've never actually heard of that happening. I didn't know that
it is a common thing.
I didn't know people could fail their driver's test.
Dale Earnhardt failed his first driver's test.
Wow,
it's a common fact. And Michael Jordan didn't make his freshman basketball team. It happens to the best of the best.
You're saying you're like a really good driver now?
Oh, I have an impeccable record.
Corey's a really bad driver.
Okay, so bad that I've never gotten into a wreck.
I've been in the car where he's ran stop signs probably 7 times.
You do the same old thing. You do the same thing. Okay, Here's what happened. I failed I passed parallel parking with ease. Boop, boop. Easy. Went on the driving test. This lady was in a totally bad mood. She didn't want to pass me at all. I was driving perfectly fine, and I only missed by 1 point. But here's the thing. My permit expired. So then I had to go back, and usually if you pass one thing, you don't have to do it again.
Right.
But if you renew your permit or whatever you have to renew to take the test again, I think it was my permit, it expired. And you have to redo it all again. So the next time I passed the driving part and failed parallel parking.
You failed twice?
Yes.
You're the dumbest.
Then I had to go back and do the parallel parking.
Oh my God.
But I had already passed it once.
You're so dumb.
I was just really nervous.
I could totally, like, he's really bad at parking.
No, I'm really...
He's bad at parking. He won't park, like, in between two cars.
About to... No. I'm not bad at... Laura cannot parallel park, first off. I can parallel park. I delivered pizzas, so I always look at the most optimal.
I passed my parallel parking on the first try and my driver's test.
Okay. Well, I've never backed into anybody in a parking lot.
Okay. Sorry, I'm an aggressive driver.
Yeah.
That's
aggressive.
It's a good thing.
Nice way to put it.
It's a good thing.
It's not a good thing.
It's better than being like you, a little bitch driver.
I'm not. I'm just safe, and I have my family. I like to protect them.
We go 10 miles under the speed limit on the highway when Corey drives.
No, we do not. We definitely don't.
Yeah, we do.
No, I go exactly the speed limit. That's what I do.
That's not normal.
Whatever.
Anyway, so driver's test, yeah. It's pretty easy for most competent people, but there's a few people.
I hope there's a bunch of people that failed it, and they're going to be, like, roasting you for driver's test shaming us.
Oh, well, you guys are stupid.
Jeez.
So anyway, but I was thinking about this the other day. How weird is it that, like, they are going to determine that you are safe to, like, drive a 2,000-pound vehicle
wherever you want.
They're going to determine that in a 5-minute drive.
Yeah.
That's all they need.
You could get your license and drive across country.
Yeah, you can go wherever you want. The Autobahn.
No, that's
is that
overseas.
What it's called? Well, you could drive over there if you want.
I don't know if driver's license.
All right, well, I was just, you got to always harsh my mellow.
Do you know what the Autobahn is?
Yeah, it's where you can go as fast as you want in Germany. I know all about Germany. Don't you know?
Oh, yeah. It's sponsored by Aldi.
Sponsored by Aldi.
Sponsored by Aldi. Shop at your local Aldi today. This episode is not sponsored.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like, all you need to do, drive around the block, make a few stops, use your turn signal.
I did all of that.
And you can have a driver's license. It's pretty crazy.
Unless the instructor is in a bad mood.
I was done roasting you, but you keep bringing it up.
Well, I'm just a little bit sad about it.
It's just pretty funny.
Okay.
The only test I've ever failed was my boater's education course.
Like SpongeBob?
Yeah. Basically, Mrs. Puff, How'd
you fail boat test?
So the boat test isn't like if it was like go out and drive a boat, I wouldn't have failed it.
Right.
It's a written test, and I don't do good on written tests.
Okay.
I didn't.
Hillbillies.
And the only reason
Hillbillies can pass the boat test.
I know. Every other hillbilly in the class passed. I wasn't like hillbilly enough. But I did pass my hunter's education course because my dad cheated and gave me all the answers.
I think you're indicting yourself.
Oh, really?
This might be illegal.
Well, I was like 9 years old.
So Royce went to school today with his new haircut, and he told me the teacher said it looked really nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't tell you that yet. That was a nice little treat just for the podcast.
Oh.
Gleaming.
Complimented my
You're like a real
skills.
barber. You're like a real barber.
Yeah, I am. I do a nice lineup.
Royce's school, he just sent, and he also came home with a packet of papers the other day from school.
Oh, yeah, that was...
That was so funny. I opened it first, just unknowingly.
Said my name on it.
Yeah, but I still opened. I'm allowed to open your mail.
Okay.
I think that's not a federal crime.
Had signed up to be like a room mom helper or something. Just, thought, hey, I'll come in and bring some treats, chaperone.
Yeah, show
whatever.
Up to a zoo trip or something.
Yeah, do something fun like that. Then we get this packet of 50 pages from the head room mother.
This lady's legit.
They're pink pages, too. And it was literally like pages and pages and pages of instruction on every outing and party and celebration and everything that we're going to do for the rest of the year. And we were supposed to sign up for like a billion things.
Yeah, but you didn't even understand how you were supposed to
It didn't make
fill
any
it out.
sense. It made no sense. And even one of the other moms like messaged me and was like, does this make any sense to you? I'm like, absolutely not. So I didn't even fill it out. Like I didn't understand it. So then the next week I got another packet and it had a list of everything all the moms signed up for, which my name wasn't on it because I didn't understand the papers.
You're the worst mom.
And so now I'm not signed up for anything. But then this is like the worst part of it all. So then we get this, the group mom chat. We have a group message. I've never said anything on it.
Okay.
But so we get this message from not the head mom, but this is just another annoying mom.
Yeah.
And she sends this big like page of information on her son who has celiac disease and has a gluten allergy and a corn allergy and every fucking thing allergy and
classic
oh yeah, she's a hippie. And so so she goes on to explain like sends us this big long message saying if my son even sniffs corn, his insides will bleed and he will die.
What?
That's what she said.
That he will die?
She said his internal organs will bleed.
Can she go? He can't go to movie theaters?
She said he can't go to a corn maze.
Like popcorn in the movie theater.
No. One of the moms asked, can we bring popcorn? She said, absolutely not. If he even gets a sniff of popcorn in his nose, he could bleed.
You're messing with me.
I shit you not. I will let you read the messages.
Why didn't you tell me that part before? That is insane.
Yeah, it was crazy. So for like the 100th day of school party, they were going to have popcorn and like a movie.
Yeah.
Well, this bitch ass mom had to ruin it for everybody. I don't think the kid would get sick if he was just around. Like, I don't know. Maybe
you. Okay, let's just say maybe you don't know. But
maybe I probably don't know.
I'm gonna say that most likely this is probably over the top mom stuff.
So
it seems like it. She seems a bit excessive.
She's ridiculous. So for like Thanksgiving, they were gonna make these like little cornucopia things with like you use a ice cream cone, like a sugar cone, as the cornucopia, and then you put like the candies.
Cornucopia, what a fun word.
Candies in it and like make it cute. No. Too much gluten. No gluten for the kids that are allowed to have gluten. We have to like have all this nasty gluten-free candy and gluten-free corn chips. And am I supposed to buy all this shit? Because it costs like 3 times the amount.
Yeah, it's like all organic. You got to get the all organic.
Yeah, and I'm not doing it. And
so,
it was like all the other moms are commenting back, messaging back saying, "Oh, of course we'll help with this." And but are they all really like annoyed? I know the head mom was annoyed. You could tell by her.
The head mom was annoyed.
She's like, at first she was all accommodating.
Yeah.
But then it was getting a little ridiculous because the gluten-free mom was like, on page 17, you have that we are going to use this paste, and my son is allergic to that paste. He will not be allowed, so no one else should enjoy the day either. And blah, blah, blah. But here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
This mom's batshit motherfucking crazy.
She's a potential future grandma poisoner.
There's always one. Yeah, she's a grandma poisoner. There's always one in every class, I swear. Like, I feel like this is something I'm going to deal with forever. Yeah. Corey knows this from the bottom of my heart. I have wanted nothing more than to be a room mother. From the day I had Royce, I wanted to be a room mom. I wanted to go on field trips and help with the class projects. But you know what? It's moms like this that make me not want to do any of that.
Well, you didn't want it bad enough to become the head room mother.
No.
Wait, what did she call you guys? She said she was the room mother. Or something along the lines that basically made it seem like there was no other room mothers. She was the room mother.
She was the room mother, and we were like
her understudies or something.
I don't know what she
My
said.
pupils.
I can't find the messages, but it was outrageous, and so it's really hard for me. I work, so it's hard to get to like very many of the class parties.
Yeah.
So I might be able to go to like 1 or 2 this year. And I feel like I don't want to go because they're all going to look at me like, you haven't been doing everything all year.
Oh,
bitch.
it's that mom who doesn't care.
Yeah.
about gluten.
Yeah.
Laura shows up to the Christmas party. Who wants some gluten? I got the gluten over here. Bring all the corn. If this kid has you know what? If you find out this is a serious illness, you're gonna feel so bad.
Okay, listen. This is a message. Someone asked, "Can we still do the popcorn packets as long as they're not popped?"
Okay.
So just hand them out
just hand them out like a little thing of popcorn.
No, she says, I'm not gonna say the kid's name. Cannot touch popcorn kernels at all. We can't even go through corn mazes. Can we count something else for the 100th day of school? I'm confused.
Is this research? What is it like? What's the disease?
Celiac disease. There's a lot of
it means you're allergic
controversy. To corn. It's gluten and corn.
Okay.
There's a lot of controversy. I'm not gonna get into it.
I cannot imagine corn syrups and everything. You couldn't be able to. You can't have anything.
Yep.
I'm not here to defend corn syrup. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Corn syrup.
But it was funny because in the message she said she sent the big long message explaining how he could die, and then she says, and everyone at his last school was very accommodating, and I just know you moms will also be so great.
We moved here from Nebraska.
Yeah, go back to your little
Utah,
and she's probably from where
polygamist. She's a polygamist now.
She's from the rocks.
You better hope nobody from Royce's class finds this podcast, because
I'll be in so much trouble.
Yeah, you're gonna be.
I didn't say any names.
That's true.
So
this is all
fiction.
This is all theoretical. This could be happening.
It's not real.
It's not real at all. That's some pretty good. That was some pretty good juicy stuff. I like that. The
PTO moms are crazy.
Yeah,
I've yet to actually meet any of these people, but.
We've seen them for at the open houses and stuff, but we don't know who they are. We looked up. We're trying to find the moms on Facebook so we could see who the head moms were and stuff. But they all have obviously private Facebooks where they only have groups of their family and thousands of pictures of their kids.
Right.
Something along the lines of that.
Yeah.
They do so much. There were so many parties on that list.
Yeah. Did they ever learn?
And all they do is ask for our money.
Yeah, literally every party or any event that they've had this year, we've had to donate money towards.
They asked $1 for everything.
Yeah, we're having Hat Day, send $1. The next day's Flag Day, send $1. Right. Everything's send $1.
Don't get us wrong, we're okay with sending $1, but if you're doing something every single day, it's a bit extreme.
Or the one day the teacher was
stuff.
the teacher was like, we really want to make this craft, but I won't be able to buy the supplies unless everyone sends $1. Well, just like in the old days, we just cut up paper.
Yeah.
And, glued it together.
I fucking played, what was it? Construction.
Tiddlywinks.
Hi-Ho Cherry-O. Mm-hmm. The electric coloring book.
What's that?
What? It was the best. Oh, you didn't have computers at your redneck school. Sorry.
We had computers.
It was this computer game where you colored stuff, pictures.
Oh, paint.
Electric coloring book. Yeah, kind of.
I had paint.
Use the mouse to select the game.
It was probably paint for a MacBook.
Basically, you just clicked on it was like a picture, and you'd click on the little spaces, and it would just color it in.
Oh, that's stupid.
It was fun, though. You could freestyle it, too.
Okay.
It was a good game. Don't hate on the electric coloring book, Laura. If anybody remembers electric coloring book, I would like to know, actually, because wow, I totally forgot about that. Either way, kindergarten used to be not a big deal. Now it's super serious business.
Right. They don't take naps
all the
anymore.
Time.
They don't. They're there for 8 hours. It's a long time for kindergartners.
I just feel like they hold these kids to such higher standards. Mm-hmm. They're so over the top.
They're already worried about them passing their 3rd grade reading test. They've been in school for 2 months.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, they're not on the right path to passing the 3rd grade reading test.
You have to go to preschool now. I didn't go to preschool.
I know a lot of people didn't go to preschool, but if you don't go, you would never pass kindergarten.
Now, yeah.
It's crazy.
Just insane. And like every day he brings home his packet of just like tons of papers, which whatever, like a lot of drawings and stuff, which is cute.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like papers from the school. Like there's always a fundraiser.
Yeah.
There's always an event. There's always so much stuff all the time. Like this kid's just a little kindergartner. Like we're not gonna go.
We haven't done any of the fundraisers. I'm not doing all that stuff. Like he's not even in first grade yet.
It's just crazy. Like, there's so much. And it's not just, like, one fundraiser. Like, sell some candy bars. When I was a kid, you just sold a couple candy bars.
Yeah, that's it. No, it's like all this dumb Zappa snacks. Those are pretty good, though.
Yeah.
Those are clutch. But I'm excited because he gets to do the Secret Santa workshop.
Yeah.
And that was, like, super fun as a kid. You never did it? Or did you?
We had it. I think I got to buy stuff, like, one time.
Oh, that's really sad. So, yeah, it's super fun. Like, the kids get to go around and buy stuff for the families.
Yeah.
It's like fun to see what they would pick out for
They just get a couple dollars.
Yeah, like, what would they pick out for mom and dad and, like, your brother? Royce wanted to know if he could buy the dogs some stuff.
Yeah. It'll be really cute.
It is cute. But once again, I can't help.
Laura wants to sign up to be an elf.
I want to help with like the wrapping and helping the kids walk around but I have to work. I always have to freaking work. I'm tired of being a working mom sometimes. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, well, it's hard to be at this, like all these room moms, they have to be stay-at-home moms.
They have to be. There's no way.
Or they work midnight shifts.
Or they just like
I should be the new.
You know what they probably do? They sell Scentsy.
What if I signed up for everything?
That would be weird.
Yeah, I'm the room dad because I work third shift, so I just stay up for parties and stuff. I go in and volunteer to represent our family.
You could be the head room guy.
They would not allow that. You think they would allow that? If I was like,
know.
I want to be the head room guy, and I'm going to be in charge around here, so you better just
All you women better just calm your tits.
We're having corn day.
No matter who's allergic to gluten.
National Corn Day is going to happen. Like, what if he's not allowed in Strasbourg, right?
Yeah, not.
They have a corn festival.
That'd be terrible for him.
A corn fest. So many corn jokes we could make. It's just getting
getting corny.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. All right, let's do some final thoughts.
All right. Sure. My final thought. It's a little degrading for men, but I just want to talk a little bit about how men are so simple-minded. It's something that I think about every day when I live with you.
This is Laura's feminist classic every episode feminist tidbit.
I'm not a feminist, and I just wish I could understand why men can only think about one thing at a time. Is it like, are you just stupid, or you just don't care?
Neither.
What's
we
the
care.
answer? Okay, so why can you not so here's an example. I'm sitting here watching this show that I'm interested in it. I'm also responding to a text that I just got from Bobby Joe, and I'm also answering my child who's asking if the sky is blue. So I'm doing 3 things at once.
Wow.
It's just what I do every day. I'm a multitasker. Most women are. Corey, someone could be talking straight to his face. He would have no idea because he just looked at his phone and saw a text. Like, why can men only think about one thing at once? It's very frustrating.
Because our brains are so powerful that we have to look and focus all of our energy on something to solve the problem as fast as possible.
But you're not fast. You'll stare at your phone screen with your mouth hanging open and drool hanging out.
Yeah, okay.
Like a caveman.
Whatever.
That's what you do.
You know what? You want to challenge me to a Jeopardy or something? See who's the smartest in the house?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I would love to do that.
Laura's got all these... Yeah, but then you watch a show. She only watches half a show. She can't watch anything serious because she's doing 70 things while she's watching a TV show. She doesn't care.
I get anxious if I'm not getting 3 things done at the same time.
You're always... What 3 things are you doing right now?
I'm actually scrolling through Facebook while I'm
necessary.
podcasting. I just texted my friend back who just keeps calling me.
So you're good at using your phone. So you're just a millennial.
I'm doing my stretches sitting here doing my stretches.
Breathing. Good. There's that.
I'm mentally making a list of things I have to do after we're done with the podcast.
You're making up a bunch of bullshit. That's true, too.
I just really wanted to rant about men because they're just so
Here's
pathetic.
the worst thing ever. Sometimes people, not just Laura, people say things to me, and it's a classic situation where you don't hear them right away. And then
how do you not hear them
like,
when they're fucking sitting right beside you?
And it'll like register in your brain like after you already asked them what they said. Sometimes that happens.
Corey will get this dazed
Sometimes
look on
I
his
don't
face.
know what she said at all.
He gets this dazed look on his face like he knows I said something, but he has no clue what it was.
No clue.
And then he looks at me like, you're going to get really mad when I say what?
I say, what did you say? Well, don't worry about it.
Yeah. It's to the point where like
she won't repeat herself. It's the worst thing in the world. Like it's so hard to just repeat herself.
Even Royce the other day.
I was raised on principles, and I don't bow to no man, and I'm not going to repeat myself for you. My words are so valuable to me that I cannot possibly repeat something.
Even Royce the other day, like he asked me something, and I answered him, and he said, "What?" And I answered him again, and he said, "What?" And I said, I do not repeat myself more than twice. And I see Corey just look at Royce like shaking his head like, just don't even go there, bro. You know what?
It's not even worth it.
Just listen.
The best is whenever I say something to you and you don't know and you ask me to say it again, I will never say it.
He makes it real dramatic.
Say, no way. Not say,
it happens like once a year.
No, it doesn't. It happens more often
when
than
I'm on my
like
period.
To admit, but I'm most
I'm on the rag. It's not my fault.
Okay. Wow. We didn't have to go there. Didn't have to start talking about periods. This is
Corey hates periods.
No, I don't. Okay,
he gets so grossed out.
I'm indifferent about them.
He's so grossed out.
They're
by
a part
tampons.
of life. Okay. We don't have to get nasty using vulgar terms and stuff.
Okay.
On the rag. What does that even mean?
I like when they say she's
ragging
it.
What the fuck? What kind of Tom Sawyer night like 1814's talk is that? Ragging it. That's disgusting.
What does that even mean? Because back in the day you had to use a rag, and if you didn't have any feminine products,
I would say yeah. Maybe just put a rag.
Pretty gross.
Put a rag up there.
Okay.
That's gross. It's not their fault. They're just pioneers.
I know. I always wonder what they did for stuff like that. Like,
this is the stuff they didn't cover on Little House on the Prairie.
Definitely didn't cover it in social studies.
That's pretty good.
Okay, right, here's Corey, your turn.
Yeah, my turn. My final thought's gonna not talk about that. I was just trying to set up this First off, technology's been driving me crazy lately. Everything has an update. It's got to update every 30 days. Not even 30 days. It's like 3 days. Update this, update that. Always changing passwords. I cannot stand it. I don't understand why I have to have so many specific passwords for so many things.
Right.
I guess security and all.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
Security.
Get out of here, Russia. Don't hack my data.
Right. We ain't got nothing to steal.
Either way, I was putting on freaking YouTube downstairs for Drake so we can record this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And these kids and their YouTube, I don't know. It's getting a little bit extreme.
Yeah, the YouTube channels people make YouTube channels for kids out of literally nothing.
Yeah.
Like they're just
playing with toys.
And the kids eat it up.
They love it. It's the dumbest stuff ever. But I don't know. It kind of it's really weird because some of it's like families like Ryan. We've talked about Ryan's before.
Toy Review.
Yeah, Ryan's Toy Review. Like it's just this family. It's like we've grown up with Ryan. We've seen him
grow up. Yeah,
it's Truman Show. We just see Ryan all grow up. It's so weird. Imagine when Ryan's going to be like 20 and we watch him grow up.
He's just going to be a celebrity. He's going to be
so weird.
It's going to be like celebrity sighting.
Hopefully he's not like Macaulay Culkin and goes turns into like a
druggie.
Yeah. That'd be really sad. Well, I don't know what the future holds for Ryan Toy Review, but we were experts already in that show. We've watched it for years. It was Royce, and now Drake got hooked on it even.
Yeah. Drake has a lot of shows. He has Izzy's Toy Time.
Yeah.
The Engineer Family. He watches Genevieve's Playhouse.
It's so stupid. It's all dumb
Yeah, it's really annoying.
and blippy.
My grandma, when she was babysitting, she was so confused. She's like, what is this that they're
what are they
watching?
watching, yeah.
I'm like, well. And, it's like, how do we even get started watching YouTube?
We don't even know, how it entered our house, but YouTube just somehow took over. Royce is always watching people play video games.
Mm-hmm. It started out because Royce was, like, obsessed with marble tracks.
Yeah.
When he was, like, 3. So we started letting him watch YouTube videos on how to make marble tracks. He loved it. And then, like, you let it play, and eventually it'll just stop, like, keep playing, like, different videos, and then...
Yeah.
It's like... I don't know.
Well, we didn't have cable either, so
True.
we kind of just... I think that was a big part of it, was we watched a lot of the cartoons on Netflix, and so we just were like, oh, let's see what's on YouTube, and then you end up watching freaking Ryan
Right.
Toys Review, and now he's famous.
Next
now
thing you know, you're watching, like, conspiracy theories.
Yeah. Yeah, I caught my kids watching Loose Change the other day.
What?
They're convinced it was an inside job.
Yeah.
That's my rant. I'm just tired of YouTube, actually, around here. I'm banning it.
Whatever.
About to ban it. I don't know.
You'll never get anything done.
Yeah. Well, I had to start putting the parent lock on the videos because
Yeah.
some of them are weird, and it's just...
Some of them
I
are,
don't
like,
know.
directed towards kids, but they're, like, in a different language. I don't know what they're saying,
Yeah.
but they're doing weird stuff
Yeah.
with toys.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, so we
Like,
just...
showing their butts.
Yeah, it's super
Like,
weird. So
toy butts.
I had to put the parent stuff on.
Yeah.
Plus, Royce sometimes would be watching somebody play video games, and they're just cussing and stuff, and I'd hear it from the other room, be like, change that! Can't listen to that!
Yeah.
So, parent locks on around here. YouTube.
Yep. Parental controls.
Yeah. Okay, so that's my rant. That's our episode.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. Make sure you listen up for our next episode. It's going to be Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah, it's coming out on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So on your commute, you can listen to it on your way to Granny and Grampy's.
Yeah, just
Don't eat Grandma's food
yeah.
unless you want to sleep all day.
Yeah, try and keep an eye on all your relatives so they don't overdose on poison turkey. And we'll do the same.
Yeah.